Good morning, beloveds. I'm having one of those mornings where I woke up and it was reasonably easy to get out of bed. And we got dressed, got out of the house, got the bikes out, and it was raining. But it wasn't raining that hard. And we were back and forth. Do we want to go? Do we not want to go? And it's not raining that much, but it is raining and I don't want to get soaked. And so we were like, you know what? We'll just stay in the neighborhood. We won't get into the next neighborhood. We'll just stay in the neighborhood and we'll see. That way we can turn around and come back pretty quickly. And we got off of our street, turned up the next street and realized it wasn't raining. It was just raining. It was just raining on our street. Now, had we gone the other way, it might have rained. Had we been going, if we had turned left instead of right, maybe it was raining. And our street just happened to be the last street where the rain had cut off. And so we ended up doing kind of a weird little pattern, because we stayed in our neighborhood. And then at one point we got up and we were going to go straight. And then we realized there's a school up there. And we were like, no, you know what? And so she had stopped traffic. The crossing guard stopped traffic for a couple of students. And we're in the intersection going, well, we need to make a decision. And so we just said, we're just trying to figure out how to get away from the traffic. So we ended up turning into the other neighborhood. And then turning away from the school to get away from the school traffic. So, cause she was going to stand there until we made a decision. It was pretty funny. Which we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to hold up traffic any more than we already were. So, all right. So that's how my morning's going. You going to make a cameo? Your ears are on there. Come on. Nope. I've got the camera pushed back a little bit, so him standing on my knee, you can just see the ears. All right. It is December 14th. Our title is I Trust in Divine Guidance. The first quote is, "The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms." And that is Deuteronomy 33:27, which I believe Emerson took inspiration from that. The second quote is, "All this universe has the supreme deity for its life. The deity is truth. It is the universal soul." And that is the Upanishad, which should tell you that this is an Ernest Holmes reading. If God is our refuge, why is it that we refuse to avail ourselves of this divine security? The Psalms tell us that the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon it. In truth, this can have but one meaning. We cannot call upon God in truth unless we enter into the divine nature in truth. That is, we cannot expect love to become hate, nor peace to enter into confusion. If we would call upon God in truth, we must become like the truth. This is the seemingly unfathomable mystery of the infinite, invisible essence which surrounds us. The everlasting arms are beneath, but they bear us up only when we enter into the truth. The Quran tells us that God increases our guidance once we have guidance. This is a mystical way of saying that if we believe in divine guidance, then we will be so guided. Mystical does not mean mysterious. It means an intuitive perception. As we let our words partake of God's nature, we can ask for anything that is in accordance with the nature, and it shall be done unto us. Act as though I am, and I will be. Today, I trust in divine guidance. I rely upon God's wisdom to make straight my way, perfecting and harmonizing every situation in my life. My belief is in this divine security. I know that all is well, with me and my affairs, and all is well with those with whom I associate. The everlasting arms support and sustain each of us perfectly. Ernest Holmes. And honestly, this is one of the ones that kind of makes me want to throw the book against the wall and go, what did I just read? I'm fairly confident. I've gotten good at, reading Ernest Holmes, and every now and again I'll read one and go, what did I just read? And this is where I'm at. I'm definitely having a what did I just read? Because it felt like he was talking me around a corner. And I'm not sure that I got around the corner. Or he was talking in circles. Now, what I did get is, if you believe you are divinely guided, in truth, then you will be divinely guided. So when you enter into the faith that you are open to divine guidance, then your divine guidance will increase. There will be more divine guidance. And so that I got. But I think that part of what he was talking about is that if we want divine guidance, that we have to enter into and align with the qualities of God. We can't expect divine guidance while practicing hate. We can't expect divine guidance while practicing, what was the other thing that he referenced? We cannot expect love to become hate, nor peace to enter into confusion. So we can't expect the divine guidance if we are practicing hate. We cannot expect divine guidance if we are practicing confusion. We have to clear our minds of that. And we have to enter into the divine love. And we have to enter into the divine peace. We have to still our minds and still our hearts. Yes, there may be confusion going on all around us, but if we want guidance out of that, then we have to come to God in peace and say, it's swirling around me, but this is not the truth of my being. Guide me out. I think that's what he's talking about. It does feel like he's talking in circles, but I was just like, but I think I'm going to lay my money on that's what he's talking about. If you want divine guidance, you have to enter into the truth. You have to enter into alignment with the qualities of God. Well, what are the qualities of God? Peace and love and joy and harmony and health and life. And so you have to enter into the truth of that and understand that that is where the guidance is coming from. Hate will not ever guide you divinely. Confusion will not ever guide you divinely. But if you can come to the peace within yourself, then you can be guided out of the material confusion. And so you have to clear your mind of hate. You have to clear your mind of confusion and focus. And honestly, one of the best ways to get out of confusion is to focus on one thing. Well, what are we going to focus on? Peace. If I focus on peace, and I still my mind and I still my heart, and I come into alignment with the divine peace, then I can be guided out of the appearance, the material appearance of confusion. So I'm not saying that the confusion isn't happening. What I'm saying is that the confusion is not the truth of me, and therefore I can get out of it. Okay. And so it seems to me that that's what he's talking about today. Now, it's Ernest Holmes. And sometimes he just hits layers that you just have to peel back the layers with Ernest. So read it. Take it into prayer. Take it into meditation. Take it into treatment. And find layers that make sense to you. Because I'm not the end all and be all expert for Ernest Holmes. And even though I have been trained by one of the best experts in Ernest Holmes, my senior minister, Reverend Jesse Jennings, is considered one of the experts on Ernest Holmes. So, but I'm sure that occasionally he reads Ernest Holmes and goes, what? And then he takes it into prayer, and he takes it into treatment, and he takes it into meditation, and he peels back the layers. So, all right. to that first line. If God is our refuge, why is it that we refuse to avail ourselves of this divine security? Because we're unwilling to do the work to align ourselves with the qualities of God to enter into the divine truth. Because, we're not willing to let go of the confusion. We're not willing to let go of the hate. We're not willing to let go of and enter into the qualities of God. That's my assessment. And they say that the price of change, when we're willing to change, it's when the pain of staying where we are is greater than the pain of change. At no time have we ever said change isn't painful. We have said it doesn't have to be, but frequently it is. So it's like when the pain of remaining where you are is greater than the pain of changing, that's when you're going to change it. And that's what he's talking about today. It's like when you are willing and ready to enter into the qualities of God and believe in the refuge and believe in the divine guidance, then you will be guided. All right. So I'm not sure about a mission. Okay. Let's go back to mystical does not mean mysterious. It means intuitive perception. And as we let our words partake of God's nature, we can ask for anything that is in accordance with this nature, and it shall be done unto us. Okay, so the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to let our words partake of God's nature. What are the qualities of God? Are our words and our requests in alignment with peace, love, joy, harmony, creativity, life? Are they life affirming? So that's the mission today. Are our words and requests partaking of God's nature? Enter into the peace, enter into the love. Align yourself with the qualities of God and whatever it is that you are seeking. And I'm not saying that it's easy. It does require work on our part, but it can be, and ideally should be, joyous work. Because coming into alignment with the divine, what more could you ask for? All right. So that's the mission today. The second mission is the same one I give you every day. It is the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself. And honestly, I can't think of anything more loving, more kind, more compassionate to yourself than coming into alignment with God, with spirit, coming into alignment with love, with joy, with peace, emptying our minds and hearts of hate and confusion, because they don't serve us. They don't serve us. They are absolutely poison. And like I said, it's not about, we are acknowledging the material reality, but not the spiritual truth of, all right? So, I encourage you to practice on yourself. 1, you deserve your own love, your own kindness, your own compassion. 2, you're your own best test subject. When you test these things out, then you can go, okay. It's like, as a practitioner, I do occasionally recommend homework. Well, this is what it looks like. Take a nap. Take a deep breath. Journal. Go eat a meal. Sometimes it's like, have you eaten? Because when I can get the very definition of hangry, and sometimes when I'm all, then my partner looks at me and goes, do I need to feed you? Love, kindness, compassion. Okay. And sometimes when I'm like that and he says that and I look at him and I go, yes, that will help. That's what it looks like. Sometimes that's what it looks like. Sometimes it looks like going and eating something. Sometimes it looks like drinking a glass of water. You don't think of a glass of water as love, kindness, and compassion, but hydration, super important for the brain. So it can be as simple as that, because yes, it is absolutely about self-care. Self-care is super important. If you are going to serve others, then you have to take care of yourself first. But it's also about joy. You want to come into alignment with God. with spirit, then joy is part of how you get there. And waking up from a good nap, joy. Cuddling with fur babies, joy. Having a good conversation with a good friend, joy. All right? And self-care. Because sometimes your friends they'll say things because they know you well enough, and they will absolutely point things out to you that maybe you know, but you don't want to acknowledge. So that can be an incredibly loving, kind, and compassionate thing to do for yourself. All right. And there are a multitude of others. Trust me, I'm barely scratching the surface. As I've said, you deserve your own. It is a spiritual practice. I do encourage you to do it every day. And it's easy. Easy. And you can also make it as complicated as you like. But practice. It makes permanent. It creates that habit, that first response. And that's really what I'm going for, that first response. So that no matter what happens, you can have a loving, kind, compassionate response to yourself or to anybody that you run across. Okay. So that's where we are. Here's where I will do the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark on the social medias that we are on. I am the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, including what Reverend Jesse is up to, since I referenced him pretty hard today, the Ernest Holmes ex, because he's been teaching Ernest Holmes classes through home office. Email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. That way, those hot links are hot. They will either take you to the information you want or to the person that will get you the information. So there's that. Okay. I think that's that. Here's the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, an aligning day, a practicing day, a middle of the week day because it's Wednesday this year, a great day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are, as I like to say, you are a beloved child of God, a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. You are in alignment and seeking your truth. So, all right, take care of yourself. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself and know that you are loved. I will see you next time.